Have won a game, Flex.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Jed Spence is posting penitentiary pictures once again.
Clean sheet as well.
Solanke with a hat-trick.
What a day. Join Rocket Mobile and get exclusive access to monthly Q&As and reward drops straight from the DR Sports crew. This one is for the real fans.
Yes, everybody, welcome back to DR Sports. Welcome back to Live at 5 here. And I'm going to say it again, because I think I say it every single time. It is hot in the studio today. We've got Doyle's behind the camera, lying here, just listening to the stream, because he wants to be in the aircon, because it is so damn hot here in the UK. But today, I'm joined on my left by FJ. Woo! In the building. How are you, my friend? How's your week been?
It's been a good week. It's been a hot
week.
Crazy hot. I know some people like the weather, some people like the heat, but this is too hot. 30 plus degrees. Wow.
Yeah.
It is way too hot. But yeah, it's been an interesting week football-wise. It's been an interesting week transfer-wise as well. There's a lot of transfers happening, a lot of speculations happening. But yeah, it's been an interesting World Cup as well. Mm-hmm. Very, very interesting World Cup. So yeah, there's a lot to talk about.
How have you what have you made of the World Cup so far? Have you been enjoying it?
Yeah, the World Cup, for me personally, I think the World Cup's been a good, interesting start. Some weird decisions, some questionable decisions, some good performances. A lot of questionable decisions. So referees are not giving penalties away. They're not. There's what
about England?
That Ghana one was so bad.
That was obviously we got Josh on my right hand side as well. Just joining the building. Yeah, all right. Let's start with England then. Obviously, first game against Croatia, mint. Second game against Ghana.
Yeah. Not only I don't think it was just it down to being a poor performance, because you have to say that Ghana defended well on the day, all that stuff. However, that pen was a pen.
Oh yeah,
and I always find it funny. When the commentary
every
does
day
the
of the week.
Like I was watching this game, and obviously we were in Brighton doing the watch along,
Oh yeah.
So obviously we're cooking. We want there to be a good goal in that, just so we can get all the reactions.
Yeah. The atmosphere.
Yeah, even if it was a 2-2 draw, if something happened, anything happened, it was just they're cooking in the heat for no reason. Yeah. So then on top of that, I'm listening to the commentary, and it's like every time England do anything, what do you expect him to do? He has to do that.
It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. It's not foul because they try and circumvent around it.
What
the
else do you
bias
expect?
is so biased.
What else do you expect? I
know, but it's so blatant. I can't even stand it. Like, I'm not even. And do you know what it is? Like in foreign commentary when they go crazy and they be like, no. They don't even do that because they do the whole patronizing. It just sounds like we're better than you. Like, of course he's gonna do it. Where else has he got to go? Of course he's gonna kick him in the shins. So what else is he meant to do?
So what, did England play good? No, did England play bad or did Ghana defend good?
England were bad.
I think it was a bit of both.
Mm-hmm. I don't even think Ghana were that great.
No, but they weren't great attacking-wise, but defensively, they done exactly
they had
what
that
they
one guy, I can't remember his name, that one guy was the really tall centre-back they had, where he just stood at the front post and headed everything away. Everything. He couldn't be, literally just bang, bang, bang. That was it, just pretty much the entire time, which I thought was, props to Ghana, keeping a clean sheet.
Black Stars forever!
They have obviously they kept 2 clean sheets. Yeah. Across the 2 games, they've yet to concede. Obviously, they've only scored 1 goal across the 2 games as well. And it's not like they were too threatening on Pickford's goal.
It's questionable. The England team is questionable. Like, what's their best starting front 4? Like, is it Jude or Rodgers? I think Saka would play for the rest of the tournament on the right.
If he's fit, he's got to.
But on the left, very questionable as well. So I don't know if England are playing the right system. If they're going to play against low blocks, so Ghana play against played a low block, they need to know that all the games won't be the same.
Yeah.
All the games won't be the same. So the team sheet that he's picking out, is it the right team sheet for the next game? So like Panama is the next game.
He's got to have changed it massively.
So now he needs to know that is he going to go for it or is he going to play the same way? Like people are questioning Gordon. Should Gordon start? Jude is Jude the right person?
Where do you sit on the Gordon Rashford thing?
Honestly, me,
There's only one seat.
I'll pick Gordon over Rashford because I think Gordon,
even after what you've been seeing. Gordon was beyond anonymous against Ghana.
I know.
He
but
was terrible. And
Rashford is no better.
We're talking about Rashford came on and scored.
Yeah, everyone was tired. Everyone was tired, and Rashford's goal just little cutting. He didn't do nothing special, just little cutting and side.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Rashford doesn't need to do something special to influence a game. He can come on, and it's just his base quality. It's just effectively he comes on and he can score goals. He's better. Like
I think Rashford's just better than Gordon, fam.
Rashford is better than Gordon
At what?
This guy always does this.
Football.
At what?
At football.
Look,
Everything.
Wait, hold on a minute. Yeah. Neutral.
Yeah, I'm neutral.
You're neutral.
Gordon is better than Rashford at taking his man on. He's better.
No, he isn't.
He's better than Rashford at delivery.
Think about it.
Yeah. Hold on. I'll give you 3 to 5 working days.
I'm literally trying to go in order. Yeah. So he's better at his final deliveries. He's better at finishing. He's better at beating his man 100%, and he's better off the ball.
So
And he
if you
can
say
play
better
through
than
the middle
finishing,
better than
why
Rashford.
has Gordon never ever outscored Rashford?
Oh, come on. You can't base it on that.
No, but like Rashford's finishing rate is better and everything.
I'm just going by eye test. I'm just going by Rashford's experience, where he's played, how well he's played for England, etc., etc. I just go to Rashford.
And also, by the way,
those
something
boxes.
that counts a lot in World Cups, in finals, in knockouts games is names. Names counts for something in games. Like if you're coming up against a striker who's statistically fantastic, right, and has been playing really, really well in Ligue 1 or something, right, and he's got like 30 goals, I'm not sure, but he plays for, I don't know, a random country versus, all right, we're playing Kylian Mbappe today.
Yeah.
Even if Mbappe's on form, the name Kylian Mbappe makes teams scared. When you got Marcus Rashford and then you've got Anthony Gordon,
Rashford doesn't have that household name.
Rashford has that over Gordon massively.
He doesn't have that household name.
Yes, he definitely does. Rashford has scored, as you said, 4 World Cup goals already. He's England's, I think, only, what is it? I think it's only Gary Lineker, Harry Kane, and there's one other, it's like Teddy Sheringham or something, have scored more World Cup goals for England than Rashford. In history.
That doesn't mean anything.
In history. Yes, you're talking about finishing.
No, yeah, okay.
You're talking about finishing, right? The one thing Gordon hasn't done this tournament, he started games, he's not finished them, and he's just terrible. He's just been terrible.
So you think Rashford produced more on the left than Gordon would?
Yep. Absolutely, yeah, 100%. He'd produce so much more.
There's a reason why Gordon is going to Barcelona and Rashford he doesn't know what's his next team.
No, the reason for that is Rashford's wages.
The reason for it is the wages. It's nothing to do with the ability because it just. Yeah, he was so anonymous.
Someone said
Eze
over both. Would you start Eze over both?
This is the thing.
On the left?
Yeah.
No. Not Eze on the left guy, fam. I even thought of like when
I don't think Eze and O'Reilly can work together because O'Reilly will do the inside, drifting inside from the left back, and Eze would look to.
Essentially, that's what he does.
Yeah, so it won't work out. They will need the touchline left winger. So I think Gordon or Rashford is the better option to pick.
I think changes that need to be made for the Panama game is Declan Rice needs to be rested. I think the guy you can see he's leggy. If you give him 7, give him a full week to actually rest for the round of 32.
Declan Rice he's not even the main midfield. He's not even the main centre mid for England. I think Anderson's got a bigger role than
but there's 2 of them, and you have brought other midfielders. You've got obviously who are the other midfielders you've got? Jordan Henderson, Kobe Mainoo.
The whole reason I've been complaining about Jordan Henderson, play him now. Play him
against
now.
Panama. So do you think possibly rest Anderson
100%.
and Rice and play maybe like Mainoo and Henderson, for example, in the midfield?
Well,
with
I don't know about
maybe
Mainoo.
Rodgers or Eze ahead of them. Or maybe play Mainoo and Bellingham or something with Rodgers or Eze in the number 10.
I don't know what the best combination would be.
Because changes need to be made.
Rice needs to be rested 1 billion %. That's
what I'm saying.
He was already leggy at the end of the season.
Well, he literally limped out. He was like limping out. The guy is very, very important for England. He's one of England's 2 starting centre mids in their best squad. Yeah. But with all due respect to Panama, and by the way, I've said this so many times on the streams. I need England to beat Panama because I've got flights to Atlanta. So I need England to play. I need England to play in Atlanta, and they only do that if they win their group. If they do, but I think rest people, like make changes. Start Saka, start Rashford,
the whole point,
start
you've taken
Watkins or over Kane, for example.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
But Kane was poor. I know obviously Kane won't be dropped, but I do think if Tuchel goes so much on merit and everything, and also if you've brought, because he's not just brought 1 backup striker, he's brought 2.
Well, this is the whole point of having a squad. You're meant to, especially in the group stages,
use it.
Yeah. if you're playing competitive, it's a bit like a boxing match. You know, like in the first round, you kind of just like you're
Check the
trying
styles
to
and
see
see
what's going on, what goes. So
Yeah.
you've got that first round. Then you've got in the next couple of matches, you can either try and change things, and if you mess it up and it comes to a fact where we have to win the last game because we didn't do it right in the first two. But if you win your first game or get the point where just use the quality of the players is too good for you to not get through.
Yeah.
There's no excuse.
You're right, but
there's no excuse.
You're right, but look at the Germany game yesterday. They didn't have to play their strong team. They still played their strongest 11. Germany played their strongest 11 yesterday and still lost. So if you're the England manager right now and you know you got a certain amount of points, but you basically not basically qualified, but going through to the next round, are you playing your strongest team?
But
or
also,
are you making some
Ecuador
changes?
Ecuador are a much bigger threat on paper than Panama.
Okay, so what does that mean? But if Germany win or loses, they're still qualified. And they still play their strongest team possible.
Yeah,
so
but
as an England manager right now, would you play your
But
strongest team?
I think Germany can more afford to because
Germany have won their group anyway.
They've won the
Yeah,
group anyway.
and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So they won
But
their group.
England haven't done that.
Yeah,
by the way.
so are you playing
So
your strongest
basi-
team or are you doing substitutions? Are you
No,
changing the team up?
But I would argue some of the changes that we're talking about are strengthening the team. Saka over Madueke is strengthening the side. I believe, and I know you don't believe this, that Rashford over Gordon is strengthening the side. Maybe not playing Declan Rice and playing someone like maybe Cobby next to Anderson, for example. I would say in context of Rice's injury and the fact that he needs to rest is strengthening the side. Playing Nico O'Reilly over Spence is actually strengthening the starting 11. So although we're saying making the substitution,
I would say that anyway.
I actually think, I think actually Tuchel has about 5 players that he can have a better starting 11 with against Panama than he did against Ghana.
And not to mention, we had that in the first game. There were still players that were playing that we were going, why is he there? Like Mark Gahey not starting. Like,
Yeah, John Stone started over Mark Gay.
And I was like, but then I could go. You could argue it's the first game. Maybe he wants to see Stones out, like I was saying, boxing match settings.
Yeah.
He wants to see Stones out, see how it works. Next game, Mark Gahey's back in. So all these little tries and tests and whatever, get them out in the group stages. Do it now because, like I said, on paper, regardless of if it's the A team or the B team or whatever, you should be beating Panama.
It's a
regardless.
perfect game, by the way, to be able to come back to after obviously the criticism following the Ghana game. This is the perfect game for England to be able to actually.
Pam them up. Like,
Yeah.
Do you know?
Well, England beat Panama 6-0 in 2018.
Do you know who
Panama.
who the possibilities are next round? So who England can possibly face?
There's
next round?
as it currently stands. Sorry, let me get the. As it currently stands, it's England versus Ecuador.
Okay.
But that may obviously that may change because England are playing one of the third best teams. So Ecuador are currently. Well, let me just get this up here. World Cup table and schedule. Third place teams. Ecuador are currently second in the third place team list, right? But there are some other teams such as Algeria who could, or Cape Verde, who could leapfrog Ecuador and go to second, and therefore England might then play
Algeria or who?
So Algeria have 3 points. With one more to play. Cape Verde have 3 points. 2 points with one more to play. So if Belgium also have 3 points. So currently it's Ecuador, but there are a number of teams. I think when you go through all the results, and the most likely result for the rest of the tournament and for the rest of the group stage, I think it's Cape Verde that land in the England spot, which would obviously be a very good tie for England. Cape Verde and then go through, and then it could be Mexico in the round of 16 in Mexico City.
That's where it'll get tough.
Which is that's a tough game.
You think that's tough? England should be beaten.
Yes, but it's tough because it's a home crowd. Mexico, 100,000 seat stadium. Mexico are the only team to won all 3 games. Mexico are the only side to have won all 3 games.
Let's not forget
So far.
when England in the Corona times and they had every single match in bloody Wembley Stadium, or whatever.
Yeah, literally.
Do you know what I'm saying? Not to mention,
but apart from one, it was against Ukraine in like Sweden, and they won 4-1 anyway.
maybe one, that one, and then even then, didn't win it.
Didn't win it.
Yeah, didn't win it. But that I'm saying that just because sometimes England does, even with everything on their side,
They always manage to.
they're the international Tottenham. Look, they wear white like this. Yeah, international Tottenham. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, how much faith do you have the manager and the squad to take them? How far do you think they can go? Because I think they'll pass the next 2 rounds. they'll pass the next 2 rounds.
I remember we spoke about it yesterday on Live at 5.
Like, are they better than
where
Brazil?
someone commented what the most likely, like if everyone wins the games that are expected to win the games, the most likely is that England come up against Brazil in the quarters.
And do you think England can beat Brazil?
I
They
think
can.
They can.
I think Brazil are
Like-
slight favourites for that game.
Oh, you think?
But it depends on the next couple games, yeah. I think Brazil have been awesome. I know that their first game against Morocco wasn't that good.
Yeah.
But their last 2 games, I know it's been against Scotland and
handed
against
them-
Haiti.
Scotland handed them.
I know
so
it's
many
Scotland and
goals.
Haiti, but regardless, I think Brazil have individually looked awesome the last 2 games.
I think they look.
They look pure Ancelotti.
I still look at it as the lower. Like I know everyone says, "Oh, don't disregard this team because they're a lower team and all this stuff." And until I start seeing the big boys facing each other, like I don't really like. This is what I'm expecting you to do at a World Cup. Yeah, if you're the big boy team and you're facing the little guy who has less people in their country than is on the overground right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm expecting you to bad them up. That's what I'm expecting to see.
Yeah.
Don't get held there or whatever. Like, well done to them when they do that. But that's not what people are expecting of the World Cup. You're expecting the best players to come out and do their best performances. And if they can't even do that against the lower minnows of international football,
Panama.
then what are you doing? Do you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, it's all well and good. Like, even all this, the stars are coming out. I'm expecting the stars to come out. This is what the World Cup is all about. Yeah, I'm expecting to see Mbappe score goals. I'm expecting to see
Messi get a hat-trick
but I'm
or-
expecting Messi. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Ronaldo, even though I hate him,
Haaland's got 4 in 2 games.
Salah.
even Salah. Yeah,
Scored a goal.
I'm expecting.
Yeah,
This is
and-
where you show
and
out
to be
at the
fair-
World Cup.
Big
This is the
stage,
show,
big
the
stage.
biggest stage of the football calendar. Yeah, whenever it comes around, once every 4 years, you're playing for your country. This is the time to shine.
It's true though. Someone just said that England can't beat low blocks. England can't beat low blocks.
England. I think England against Ghana. I just think Tuchel got it wrong. But Tuchel's a guy that learns quickly, and he learns quickly. He's shown this.
What
across
did
his
he get
career.
wrong? Because I think that was the best team.
No, I think so. The starting 11. I can understand the starting 11. It's was it the same one that started the other game with a couple? It was Mark Gay. Was it Mark Gay and Jed Spence were the only changes, I believe?
yeah.
But then attacking wise, it was the same team that scored 4 against Croatia. I understood that, but I think the changes were too late and they were made at the wrong time. I think the changes were too late. And bringing Spence off Nico O'Reilly. I know Nico O'Reilly is basically. He's a left back for City. He's been a left back who's basically played up front. So he's a very, very, and he had that header that hit the post before Kane absolutely blasted into Rose Ed and probably hit a child. But I just think it was too late. When like your first change was you brought. Who was it? It was Saka came on for Gordon and in the 65th minute alongside Nico O'Reilly for Jed Spence. Then it took another 10 minutes to bring on Eze and Rodgers.
Yeah.
And then it took another.
I like that
And then I like the change,
that
but
change.
not with 15 to go. That's what you make with 25 minutes to go. You can see that Ghana are trying to nick a goal on the break, right? You can see that's what they're trying to do. They would defend and try and get on the break, try and shut England out, and then head up to the other side and in a flash and try and score. So you don't wait for 15 minutes to go to then go, oh, actually, I'm introduce someone new now. If it's not worked for 55 minutes, it's not going to work for 65 or 70. So you make the change at 55 or 60. I genuinely think that. And then obviously Rashford came on at the end with about 7 minutes to go. Even though, and the players that made the most chances that game were Declan Rice and Elliot Anderson. I thought his changes were just too late. That was the main thing that I think that went wrong with it. When talking about Elliot Anderson, and talking about players who are going to have a lot of pressure on them, it's been confirmed. Well, I say confirmed. It's been reported by David Ornstein. So you know the holy grail of transfer activity and news. That Elliot Anderson is expected to join Manchester City from Forest on a 5-year contract with the option to extend by a further 12 months. It's a £116 million fee, no add-ons. There's been some confusion where one side was saying 130, one side was saying 116, but it's basically been said it is 116 million pounds, no add-ons, but if he activates all the bonuses in his contract is worth £300,000 a week.
Yeah, that's a surprise that got me. 300,000 a week.
That's crazy.
But the question is, what happened to him going to Man United? What happened? I thought he
What do you
was
mean?
Man United.
No, he never said that.
No,
never
no,
said that.
oh, he didn't say that?
No,
Oh.
he always said he wanted him, and he would always conceded that he's going to Man City, but it's his dream for.
That is. Thank you,
Word for
Josh.
word.
Thank you,
Word
Josh.
What happened to Man
I've been
United?
saying-
What happened to Man United's pool? Man United's pool.
We can't spend that.
No, that's outrageous.
We cannot spend 100
million.
If we only needed one midfielder, I bet you we would have tried to actually push for this.
So
but
wait,
if
What is the most you would have paid?
for Anderson,
Yeah.
100 million. You are spending 100 million.
under 100 mil. 90 because anything more than that, it's sacrificing another midfielder. We can't go into next season with 3 mids.
And how much do you
We
think?
actually can't
How much do you think he's worth?
How much do I think Anderson's actually worth?
Yeah.
About 70.
Okay.
Genuinely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think Anderson is a 70, 80 million pound midfielder. Mateus Fernandes is 50 to 60. I think Adam Wharton's around the same. I don't think these players are going for up to 50 to 100% more. than their value.
So what is it? Is he overrated, or is it a World Cup tax? Is it a Man City tax? Is it that the Man City had more money on top? What is it? Is it overrated?
No, it's not necessarily overrating. It's worth it for Man City to pay 116 million for him because they are in desperate need of a statement signing post Pep Guardiola.
What you think? You think Elliot Anderson's a statement signing?
But I think he's one of the best midfielders in the league last season. And if they're if they're like Pep's gone and we've got these charges ahead of us, we're going to get a 23-year-old on 116 mil because look, we're fine, we're safe.
And on top of that, because Rodri's leaving on a free, that means they've got one season to have Anderson and Rodri working together, which means you can go right when Rodri leaves, you're going to be taking that spot. So be under the wing. You're going to be the guy. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's what I mean.
Is it like, is the 100 million, is it a new 60 mil? Is it?
But it's crazy because for me, and I said this maybe on a show a couple of weeks ago, I didn't think Declan Rice was worth 100 million pounds.
No one did. No one did.
But I was like, okay, and then maybe in hindsight you go, okay, but even then I'm like 100 million was too much. There's so many players, and I always say this, I hear it when the team that's selling wants to get the most out of that thing because you want to rebuild your team, you know that this player's worth it, or you want to keep them there and try and scare people off. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay, but what was the last biggest signing that's fulfilled their potential?
Oh.
As in the last like 100 mil.
Van Dijk. When everyone's saying Van Dijk 80 million, everyone's saying what 80 million Van Dijk? Nobody can.
And at the same time, Harry Maguire.
But
was about the same price.
I don't think he fulfilled the 80 million. Like
no, that's what I'm saying.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so I think the last player to basically play as much as his price tag is Van Dijk. Since then, when's the last player that's
as in like you're saying like a player that went for like a huge amount? Declan Rice has been worth it for Arsenal.
So he's fulfilled 100 million.
I think so.
I would say he has for Arsenal.
Okay, if you phrase it this way, he's made his money back for them.
For Arsenal.
If that makes sense.
Won the league.
They've won the league, second. They're back to being pushing in European as one of the best sides.
So he's paid 100 million
Arsenal
back
are
already,
one of the best sides in the world.
And people want to come
it's been worth it.
People want to play with Declan Rice.
That's what I mean. So Declan Rice has been a massive success for Arsenal. I know it's not comparable in terms of what Van Dijk's won with Liverpool.
Yeah, that's why I think Van Dijk's probably the biggest and the best.
And plus, bigger time frame. You're looking at how long's Van Dijk been at Liverpool now?
Van Dijk,
8, 9. How long has 3 years?
3 years. 3 years.
So
there is another like 5 seasons of Declan Rice.
Yeah, but
Van
Van Dijk won everything.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know.
To win everything.
For 160 million, that's outrageous. But even talking about outrageous money, I can't even speak because Liverpool going for Diamande for 120, 15, 20 million.
Bro, you are. Yeah.
But
he looks a good player though.
So we need him.
This is what I was going to say about. This is why I talk about the Anderson thing. But I talk about the Anderson thing is obviously, if in terms of anything, what something is worth is dictated always by how much people are willing to pay for it, right? So pretty much.
What's dictated by the guy that owns him?
Or is it
a buyer?
No, but for example, that's what I'm saying. If someone's willing to pay an amount of money for something, then therefore that person sees at that time that asset is worth that money. Man City think that Elliot Anderson is worth 116 million because it's in, as Josh alluded to, it's in context of him and Man City.
I think Nottingham Forest think he's worth more than 100 million. That's why Man City.
Nottingham Forest think that they can just get a load of cash for a player. I think if you were to ask Pete, the scouting reports inside Forest, I don't believe Anderson is worth this amount of money. And for Man United, is not worth it because we need quantity, right? So we need to sign 3 midfielders for 150 odd million, whatever it is that we have. If we spend 116 on Anderson, 35 on Edison, which we've paid for, then that's the budget gone. Yeah. That's 150. Yeah. And then therefore our midfielders next season will be Mainu, Anderson and Edison. 3 midfielders for 2 positions for 60
But I
games.
don't
Are you
think-
mad?
I don't even think Elliot-
That's why it's worth it for City, but it's not worth it for United.
I don't even think Elliot Anderson is top 5 Premier League centre mids right now. Probably top 10. I could squeeze probably top 10, but I don't think he's top 5 best centre mids in the league right now. So him going for 100 and something plus is outrageous.
I think it's a mental amount of money.
It's not even just that. It's about the ceiling, isn't it? If Man City think
Yeah,
that this guy's
potential,
going to
yeah,
be,
24, yeah,
do you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And then we have to look at it as well as being good business for Forest, because we've spoke about it before how basically in the last season they haven't bought when they didn't buy any players for Nuno or whatever.
Yeah.
Now they're looking. We're going to have all this P's that we can now invest back into the team.
This is what I mean, is that with Spurs now paying, frankly, again, what I think is ridiculous amounts of money for these players. Like £52 million for Van Heck. Good, very good defender
Yeah, what the heck?
on the final year of his contract. 52 million. I know United have been guilty of this as well, by the way. I'm
You
not.
don't think that's a good
I'm-
signing?
Huh?
You don't think that's a good signing?
But it's a good signing for Spurs.
Yeah.
Because Spurs need to pay a extortionate amount of cash on an extortionate number of players to get back up to the top half of the table, get back into Europe, because
So
their squad is done. So therefore, although I think it's a mad amount of money, it'll be worth it for Tottenham because they'll be able to earn it back through actually climbing the table. Same with they're willing to pay reportedly they're willing to pay the £85 million that Mateus Fernandes, that West Ham are asking for Mateus Fernandes. That is also far too much money for Mateus Fernandes. But for Spurs, it's worth it to get a good player. To also get a good player, as one of the comments says here as well. It's about buying the fact that no other club can get him. So if Spurs want to challenge for Europe again in the next season or so, they're buying a very, very good midfielder who can play for them. Same with the Tonali thing. They might end up spending £100 million on Tonali as well and giving him £275,000, £300,000 a week. They're buying the ability to have those players, make sure no one else has them. And so effectively, it was the exclusivity of being able to have them as their own player.
This is Bale Part 2.
And then
Well,
I hope this is
you
Bale
don't think-
Part 2, fam.
Do you think both of them, Tonali and Bruno's better than Anderson? Or do you think Anderson's better than one of them?
Anderson's better than Tonali.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is he better than Bruno?
That's hard.
What do you think?
He's not, though. He's not.
I don't
better than
know.
both of
He's
them or
not
better
better
than
than
one of them.
Wait, which Bruno? Bruno G.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
G.
Bruno
Oh, no.
Fernandes.
Bruno Fernandes. No one's talked to Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah,
I think Bruno
I
Fernandes
thought
probably...
you were talking about Fernandes, fam.
Yeah, I'm talking about
When we talk
no,
about
I'm talking about-
When you said big man, I was like, what?
I was trying to think. Wait, hold on. Which Bruno? It's different. Bruno G is. I do love Bruno G, and obviously some of the reports coming out are that Arsenal. Let me just get it up.
55 mil.
Arsenal.
That's
Yeah, it was
a
at
great...
55, 60 mil verbal offer out of nowhere, by the way, as well.
I think Bruno G would work better in a better team.
I agree with you.
I think his ceiling's higher than
agree with you.
where it is at Newcastle.
Tell them to stop tapping him up in the international
My son Martinelli.
What it is.
Literally, and Gabriel tapping him up in the dressing room.
For anyone that's missed it, is Arsenal made a verbal offer to sign Bruno G from Newcastle. Arsenal's proposal through intermediaries was below £60 million and it was rejected, with Newcastle insisting the sale of the midfielder will not be entertained. And that just sounds like Isak.
Yeah.
Right, Newcastle are dead. I think they're in trouble.
Because they have to sell. They have to sell.
Yeah.
And the problem that they have as well is that when they have to sell those players, it's who are they going to be able to bring in? Because everyone else, like we saw last season, if one of the big boys comes knocking, they're going there. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if anyone looks at something Newcastle's doing, then they go, "Oh, hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Wait, do you want
no.
to come to us?"
Like we just signed.
They're going there.
Like we just signed Munoz from them. Apparently we just stole.
Stole him last minute. But so what it is was you waited for Newcastle to do all the negotiations, and then you just went, all right, we'll bid like $2 million more.
And he's looking like a good player. He's looking like a decent player.
It's actually so like cheeky, but it's like kind of what can you do?
Yeah, so
as Newcastle, what can you do? I do. By the way, I know obviously. So when we've had like Newcastle fans, Villa fans, and co come on the show before, and especially actually James as well, your number one enemy, James T.
Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous.
They talk a lot about the PSR, the current PSR rules, and the hamstringing of it for the the non-Big Six clubs versus the Big Six.
Do you think they
clubs.
should change that?
I've always been a bit like, well, it's kind of you spend what you earn. So, if you do well and you play well and you get more revenue, then you will be able to spend more and you will be able to climb up. But now, watching Tottenham this window, I'm really starting to understand the argument and starting to agree with it properly. Like, how are Spurs able to drop 5 times the money this summer than Villa?
That stadium.
Like, it is meant.
That
No,
stadium.
I know. Okay, I know. I'm saying how. I know, but like just the principle of back-to-back 17th. If another club, if Villa finished back-to-back 17th places, they couldn't drop blah blah blah. blah. Even remotely close to Spurs, but Spurs are able to just drop 200 million, 250 million pounds, 300, 400 million. They're going to have like a Liverpool-less window where they drop just a crazy amount of money.
Described what happened to West Ham. They basically was in the relegation zone for the last couple of seasons or whatever. Didn't go out and buy all. They went and bought, but it wasn't like we could just go and buy whoever we need to help keep us up. And then they was in the fight again and they lost it. Do you know
But
what
if they change the rules of football when any team can go and spend and
Well, this is what's changing. Is it's now Premier League sides will be able from now on will be able to spend 85% of any football-related revenue on transfers. So that's any revenue from selling players, from match day tickets, merch, and prize money. It's effectively and sponsorship. 85% of that is now allowed to go towards transfers. And then if you get between 85 and 115%, so you spend 85 between 85 and 115%, then you get a heavy fine, and anything over 115% over the course of like what was it? It's like, pretty much every year.
115 on purpose?
I think it's like a 6-point deduction for every million spent or something extra over it, something like that. But basically, what it is although that basically means your transfer spending is now much more correlated to how much money you earn as a club.
Yeah.
It's going to mean the big clubs can spend even more. United last summer spent 52% of their revenue. Last summer, and we bought 4 players for over £60 million and Senna Lomans for 18, and that was only 52. We could add an extra, but we actually with teams in UEFA competitions, it actually goes down to 70% because UEFA have a 70% threshold, whereas the Prem's 85. So Spurs, with no Europe next season, can spend 85. Having finished 17th, they are therefore allowed to spend 85% of their revenue on transfers should they wish to, while Aston Villa, Brighton, Sunderland, and co
Have to spend.
can't. They can. It's at 70 because they qualified for Europe.
That's crazy.
So they actually have to. They're only allowed to spend less proportionally.
So is it
despite finishing 10 places higher? It's I'm really starting to agree with the fact that this stuff is just so messed
for getting
up.
relegated or nearly getting relegated. Yeah, I think that's a bit mad. And the thing is, as well, is that if you really want to put in the right rules and regulations for payments and stuff like that so that everyone could play fairly or spend fairly, you could do that. You know, it's all, what do they call it? Tape and...
Smokes and mirrors.
Not smokes and mirrors. Tape and paper, whatever that one is. Yeah?
Right.
Put in certain restrictions on so that certain people can get certain advantages and other ones can't. Because
It is the biggest
it's easier
teams
to
get
keep
the
the top at the
advantages.
top than to let the little guy at the bottom get up there somehow. Do you know what I'm saying? And when they do, you find that, like, look at Leicester. They got up there, and now they keep going down. Yeah, do you see what I'm saying? All
Red
the other
tape.
teams that even try and get into the Big Six conversation, you have to have such consistency to just stay in and about. Like we had the discussion a couple months ago now about, are Newcastle going to be that team that are going to be able to break in or whatever?
No.
Like,
If it's any team, it's Villa.
You're looking at Villa. You're looking at now the other low ones that are they going to be able to stay consistent and keep getting European football over the next 2-3 years? The Brightons, Bournemouth, and whatever. And then at some point you do see between the bigger teams coming and picking off all of their best players, and then them having a bad season, it could all just crumble. Just like that. Do you know what I'm saying?
But Tottenham have to go in the transfer market with
They have to utilise the fact that they're allowed to do this.
just like Liverpool,
but I think
we have to go in
it's a
hard
bit
as well.
mad that they can do this.
I think Liverpool have to go hard as well. We've got to go in and get the players.
You need
we
about 8 new players.
I know. So if we're gonna go for a statement signing, 100 mil plus on a 19-year-old, then we're gonna
Another
go for
one, by the way.
We're gonna go for other. We have to spend big this summer, especially because right now it's basically free for all. It's basically Arsenal got the manager intact, got your players intact. All you have to do right now is just add.
It's all clicking right now.
We have to add and implement our new style of football, our new manager, new players around the manager. Anyway, if someone asks me, are Liverpool going to win the league next year? I don't even know. We can't.
Where's my trophy? Where's my trophy?
It's World Cup. It's World Cup. It's World Cup. It's World Cup. No one cares about
the world to see my cup.
No one cares about the Premier League.
Yeah?
No one cares about the Premier League.
Remember, never forget.
No one cares about the Premier League right now. No one cares about the Premier League right now. But yeah, Liverpool need to spend. I think we still need to spend big to get our the players that Iraola needs. So yeah, all the teams are like Man City.
I forgot he was your
100
manager.
Yeah, we've got a new manager, so be careful. Be wary.
I need to tune back into the I'm not going to tune back into the Premier League properly for another like 3 or 4 weeks.
No, not yet.
Wait till the World Cup's
You say
done.
that, you say
wait
that,
till
but
teams
when
come back
all
to
the
pre-season.
little transfers start coming, you're like,
No, but that's what I mean. But I feel like
You know why? Because Man United ain't doing nothing right now.
Yeah, we've done
Man United are doing nothing
bro.
right now, so it's not entertaining for them. You know, I'm seeing.
we're not doing nothing.
I'm looking at Diamante yesterday.
We're yet to do anything of significance in the last.
I'm watching Diamante.
have you seen it? Have you seen anyone in the World Cup that sparked your interest that you've gone? Oh, I wouldn't mind having that guy.
Do you want Gakpo? Do you want Gakpo?
Would you pay him? Would you pay us to take him? Minus £20 million transfer
For
fee.
me, I actually like Gakpo, you know. I like Gakpo. But I know some Liverpool fans don't like Gakpo. But if you don't want Gakpo, let me know. Let me know.
In all seriousness, Eric Ten Hag is going to be smiling when I say this, but Brian Brobby, bro.
Yeah.
You think?
Bro, he's awesome. He's awesome. Obviously, we watched him in the Prem this year. He is a tank. He is a super tanker of a striker.
Ghanaian.
I think he is brilliant. And to be fair, if we need to sign a striker, like because we need to sign, probably needs. I don't know if we don't.
Who's your number one striker?
Well, Šeško.
That's not good enough.
Well, it will be Šeško.
That's not good enough.
But it can't be him for 60 odd games.
That's not good enough.
Do you reckon he's not good enough?
Top 4, I don't think you're making top 4 with Šeško up front.
I mean, we just made third.
Luckily, but
even with Šeško up top, we just made third with Šeško up top.
New season now. But what is the game plan? Deliveries for him? Like give him the ball. Like I know Bruno will love to supply. Balls.
Yeah, bro, just find him. It's gonna be literally Šeško's gonna be hanging out in the area. He's all 6'5" of him and his 18-foot jump, and he's gonna be like right, the ball to his feet, and he's just gonna. Actually, I can't say that word on Samsung. Dump it in the goal.
Why don't you just put Cunha up front? Huh? You don't know surfboard up front?
This is what I was about to say. Is it's a weird situation at United. Is do we sign another actual out-and-out striker, such as someone? And I would love to go and sign someone like Brian Brobby.
You do need another striker.
Or do we go another season being Šeško being our number one striker,
No, you need another
and then the
striker
backups
anyway.
being kind of Cunha and Mbumo can play
No,
there?
because you're getting rid of Xerxes as is.
That's the thing, yeah. I think if we got rid of Xerxes, I would love
And especially
us to see if we can try and get Brobby.
If Mbuma has another season like last season where he just disappears for the second half of the season.
I do think that was contextual.
Regardless or whatever, that's one of the facets you have to look at and go, oh, maybe that
No,
could be
but
a
I know
possibility.
what you mean, yeah.
I say you need another striker, but as well, I do believe that now that season, I feel it was a bit like not comparable to Arsenal, but more in the. It was Carrick just needed to get them over the line, get them to Europe, get to thing. It didn't really matter too much about gameplay. It was about just steadying the ship, finishing the season strong. And I think next season, with whoever you bring in and whatever like that, now you're going to be able to actually look and play to the strengths of some of the players.
I agree.
I think that will come next season.
We will be better next season. I think we will, because we will sign players. I don't know what's going to happen. Who knows? Obviously, it's transfer and anything can happen. Who we end up bringing in, I don't know. And I'm a bit worried that if we bring in the wrong players, we won't be able to make the advancements that we could do.
Who you linked with? Any links?
Well, Mateus Fernandes is the player that we're really looking at the moment. Obviously, that's between us and Spurs. The reports say he wants to he wants to play for us, and we know that. Like, we're his top choice, but it's not. He's not doing what like Cunha and Mbumo and Šeško did last summer, which was they went, no, I only want United, and they stopped any other bid. He basically going, I want to play for United, but if it ends up being Spurs, I don't mind it. If it ends up being, that's basically where he's at the moment with it. Is he saying to Jorge Mendes, who we all know,
do you mean it gets to stay in
pulls
London?
about $1 billion strings. Yeah. That's the other thing. It's like he goes, yeah, no, I don't mind Spurs project. I'd be open to joining them, but he wants to join United. But also Tchouaméni is another one where I think United are just sat there and waiting to see what Jose Mourinho does. Because I've been told a number of times through different people, it's also been reported in English media and everything, that if the door opens for Tchouaméni to become there, we're there. We are top of that queue.
How much is that one going to look like?
That would probably be about 70. which is much more reasonable, by the way, than all the other
116.
flipping transfers in the Prem.
It's crazy. You can literally do relegation battle for 2 years and still be worth 160 million. Crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, we'll see what Elliot Anderson does. We'll see what he does.
Elliot Anderson, I mean, I've waxed lyrical so much about him on the show. I think he's a very, very good central midfielder, and he has the potential to become one of the best central midfielders in the Premier League. Easily. He's like, considering this is what
covering grass. I don't know what he does that's 160 million. I don't know what he does that's 160 million. I don't know what he does. But hey.
What does Florian Wirtz do that's 116 million?
Creativity. Dictate play.
Scored a goal.
Oh, right.
He scored a goal, right?
Yeah, definitely.
He did score a goal. Was it 2?
Ask the Liverpool guy.
No, I'm only kidding. But also, if you talk about other players that have like kind of impressed me, this Kylian Mbappe bloke looks decent.
No, wait. Oh, you say Balogun for USA?
Huh?
Who did you say? Mbappe?
Kylian Mbappe looks decent.
Oh no, he's all.
I'm using purely to just talk about obviously the games coming up today.
Okay.
One of them being Norway versus France. Fun. Which Doyle, you're on the watch along, aren't you, for that one, buddy?
Tune in.
He looks so happy to be on this. The poor Doyle. He's just down there. But no, Norway versus France. It's a weird one because there's no jeopardy in the way of they're both qualified already. They both got 6 points each. And I think shout out Norway, by the way, for being fantastic. Obviously beating Senegal in great fashion as well.
Vikings.
But it's a race. They're both on 4 goals each.
Yeah.
Obviously both one behind Messi, who's on 5. And so it's a bit of a golden boot race game. But also, there is the race to finish top of this group now.
Yeah, and that might be vital to see who they're going to play next round. But it's good to see the battles of the strikers, you know. Yeah. Even though
this is what I'm talking about. This is what I want.
Even though I think Mbappe is like overhyped in this World Cup, he played shocking the first game, shocking. Then Olise wants to give him a nice quality ball and he finishes it, scores again late. Then people are forgetting about his bad performances. So, well, anyway, I guess a goal changes your whole performance. Hey, but we'll see how they play. It's going to be a tricky game because I don't even know what France's strongest team is. Is it Olise behind Mbappe? Is it Dembele behind Mbappe? Is one of the wingers going to get dropped? So no one really knows what's France's strongest team. But everyone's going to see how Norway plays against tougher teams. How's Haaland going to show up to these games?
This is the thing, and because even though, say for example, in the likes of Norway, you do have some. Obviously, you've got Haaland and Odegaard, and but when you look at France, you're looking at a team that has got elite players across the field.
But that's a group of individuals.
But this is what I'm saying. So you've got one where you can say, we've got a decent team that can play well, and we've got a couple of superstars. We've got a world class player.
Yeah.
We could do damage.
Yeah.
Then we've got another one where you've got the group of individuals like, if we turn up, we can destroy anyone on our day or whatever. How are France going to come and show up and play against that? And who's going to come out on top?
Yeah.
That's what it looks interesting, and that's what you want to see at the World Cup. That's what I'm like.
It's always these sets of games when there's 2 games at the same time that I started to feel probably locked in World Cups.
Yeah.
And like international tournaments always take me about a week or a couple of weeks to properly like settle into, and I do think the fact that I can't watch half these games live isn't great.
No, you can't see everything.
I love the Qatar World Cup. I love the fact
there's
that
way too many games.
And it was then, there's 104 games this tournament. Like, is there too much football?
Yes.
Is there such thing as too much football?
Do you know what? No, but do you know what kills it? It might not have been as bad if we didn't have to do the 1 o'clock in the morning, whatever. The late one.
If the kickoffs were 9, 12, 3, 6, 9. Cool.
Nah, but obviously I hear it 'cause it's in America. So
it's like 5 or 6, then it's 8 or 9, then it's 11 or midnight, then it's 3 and 5. Like, this is the thing that I keep saying this on this stream. I've woken up to my morning alarm to football notifications of a game currently going on.
That's it.
And I'm like, I'll wake up and then I'll be on my phone doom scrolling in the morning as you do as a 21st century man. I see goal notifications coming in at 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are we doing here?
Like,
what
if
is
I
going
wake up
on?
in the middle of the night, I know there's a match on. I'm like, what's the scores? But I'm used to the American timing. I watch NFL and I watch NBA, so I'm always kind of used to the American timing. But I actually think how the games. I think they're going to change the times now. Next round they'll change the times as well, so it'll be more easier.
As the games progress, they're going to become much more friendly kickoff times. So a lot of the kickoff times for the last 32, it's 9:30, 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 2, midnight, 8, 1, 9, 8, 6, 6, 2, 5. Like most of them are before midnight. There's a couple that are like. So one of the groups, as it stands, Switzerland, Algeria is kicking off at 4 in the morning on Friday, which is a bit mad. But just on the this game tonight, France versus Norway. As it stands, France, if they top the group, will be playing Sweden, and Norway would be playing Ivory Coast. So no matter if you finish first or second, obviously it's all very subject to change. But at the minute, they're 2 hard games.
Very, very hard games.
Ivory Coast, by the way, being a team that I'm backing to get far. I think they're going to be. I think they're going to go the furthest out of the African sides.
Senegal,
I really
Senegal
do.
kind of let me down. I think Senegal's had a chance to stake a claim in this World Cup, but they've been poor. It's been poor. Yeah, it's been poor. But Morocco, I think Morocco might go out next round. I think they've got a hard one next round as well.
As it stands,
They've got a hard
Morocco.
fixture next round.
Let me find it. Netherlands.
Yeah, Morocco got
Neither.
Netherlands.
Oh, it is. No, yeah, that's scheduled. Netherlands, Morocco.
So Morocco got Netherlands.
Cool.
Tough one.
Netherlands.
That
I mean,
could
I've
be
just
one of
been
them
picking
ones
up
where it's a
Robbie.
shocker. You know where people think, yeah,
The game's going to be 1-1 standoffish.
I want Van Dijk to go far. Honestly, I want Van Dijk to go far.
Surely you want him to have a little bit of a rest.
Old legs now.
Even Isaac, I want Isaac to get knocked out next round. So I don't want to hear no nonsense about being.
I want England knocked out now, innit? So all my Arsenal players can go home. And
Who do you want to win the World Cup?
Brazil.
Oh, you want Brazil? Who do you want to win the World Cup?
Fiscal reasons, Brazil.
Why?
Because I got them in the sweepstake.
Oh,
for
yeah?
DL Sport.
Who have you got in the sweepstake?
Austria.
Someone did.
No, we got Austria.
I got USA.
That's kind of long.
I think
USA is scheduled to play Bosnia in the next round, so it could very, very well go through.
You lot go through. The crowd will
And
pull you through.
You say that, but didn't they lose yesterday?
Yeah, but that was Turkey, innit? That was Turkey. Turkey wasn't Turkey.
Yeah, but Turkey have been trash.
They lost, but
Turkey's
USA
been
still
bad.
finished their group.
Turkey's been
Still from
bad.
their group.
Turkey's been bad, but they've played the best throughout the whole 3 games. So they've dominated the game throughout the whole 3 games, and
They before I don't.
Look,
I
yeah,
don't
as an Arsenal fan, yeah, don't matter.
don't matter.
second
Don't matter.
again. Ole,
You say
ole,
that all
ole.
the time. Fam. Yeah, they play nice football and that, but what have you won? Yeah.
It's true.
So the games that are confirmed, by the way, for the round of 32 is South Africa versus Canada, and then the winner of that will play the winner of Netherlands versus Morocco, and then USA versus Bosnia is another one that's confirmed. And as it stands, they'll play the winner of Egypt versus South Korea, and the other one that's scheduled and will go ahead is Brazil versus Japan.
Japan.
Oh, my dark horses versus my team.
Who's your dog? Japan, yeah?
Japan was my
He
dark
loves,
horse. Yeah,
he loves Japan.
Yeah,
You're a big fan.
They were my dark horses. Well,
That's a hard. That's actually a crazy game because that's pure organisation.
That's crazy. Look, someone just said
and technical IQ.
62 shots and 0 goals for Turkey.
Yeah, so that was in the first 2 games. They had 62 shots and didn't score.
Oh, that's first 2 games.
Yeah, obviously they scored 3 goals yesterday or last night. Let me find it.
62 shots
Yeah,
and
3
no
yesterday.
goals.
Yeah, they beat USA 3-2. They had
Wow.
how many shots did Turkey have that game? They only had 9. They only had 3 shots on target. So they couldn't score a goal to save their life. 71 shots in 3 games. 62 came in the first 2. They didn't score. And they only had 3 shots on target against USA and scored all 3 of the goals. And they had next year 3.01. So they performed exactly averagely and won the game.
Anyway,
despite being terrible
Young player of the
previously.
tournament, Yan Diomande, and player of the tournament is going to be.
I don't know.
Who do you think?
You know what? Yan Diomande for young player of the tournament's a real good shout.
Yeah.
I know you're just saying it's Liverpool. But as I've said, I think I genuinely think Ivory Coast can get to the semis.
Everybody can see what Yan Diomande can do.
Yeah.
That is 100 mil worth.
Yeah.
Is that 100 mil worth?
By the way, player of the tournament will be... Oh, actually, because I was going to say Messi, but I don't know.
That's who I had in my
Because, by the way, the most likely brackets will see Argentina play Portugal in the... Might be the semis?
In the semi.
Or the quarters.
Please.
Again, by the way, all of this is so subject to change.
What's that?
But
Go,
I think,
go.
I think it's something along the lines of
That is a match
if all the games go through as expected, quarterfinals will be Portugal versus
If match
Argentina.
fixing wasn't happening, it needs to happen now.
What,
if match fixing isn't happening, it needs to happen
Portugal,
now
Argentina.
to make that happen. Come on, this is all we've wanted.
So we spoke yesterday.
What's going to happen, yeah, is going to end up being like you know when Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone finally done a film, but there was 2 old men in jail, and it was like, no, it wasn't as good as we wanted. We wanted you in the prime. Like we've just missed the. Anything beyond this, yeah, we're watching Tyson versus bloody Evander. No, who did he face? Roy Jones. Tyson versus Roy Jones when they're 50 and 60 and all that. So we don't want that.
Well, like Pacquiao and Mayweather. Done. We wanted that time ago. We wanted that a long time ago.
Yeah,
but this will still be.
This is because obviously man are still before. Like Cristiano will tell you, hey, I've still got it. And Messi, I won't say anything because I never do, but I showed you I still got it. Do you know what I'm saying? So just seeing that at this World Cup.
But I still think that Portugal is a dark horse. And I think that
why do you think they're a dark horse?
They're a good team. They got a good team.
But this is why. Because why are they a dark horse? Because everyone says you would argue they've got the best midfield in the world.
Yeah. They're not a dark horse, bro, because they're one of the elite teams.
Yeah, but they're still not top.
Oh yeah, France are my dark horses.
No, France can't.
That's racist.
Because Portugal never ever push up that high. They've always got a good team, but they never ever push up.
No, but it's about how you think they like. It's more like a dark horse is about
someone you wouldn't expect
who's going to surprise you in this tournament. Like if Portugal go and have an amazing tournament, you're going to sit there and go, "Whoa, did not expect that."
Yeah, because they've got no
best
history.
midfielder in the world, Cristiano Ronaldo.
They've got no history. So them going that far, people. But
they're the latest team to win an international trophy.
Oh, what that?
They've won back-to-back Nations Leagues. And they've also won the Euros in the last decade. They've won 3 international trophies in the last decade. I know Nations League is a slightly controversial one in terms of how much. Like Ronaldo dragged them through that, by the way.
Yeah, someone said that as well. Portugal can't be the dark horse.
This is what I'm saying. A dark horse, you'd say, is more like you said with Japan or someone like Norway, for example. That's where it's like a team that's you think are gonna really excel expectations. I'd say Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast, especially having watched them so far in these 3 games.
Morocco have lost their dark horse status.
Why?
Because they're ranked 6th in the world.
But.
And plus AFCON fight, and you can argue if they won it or whatever. Then where did they get in the last World Cup?
I think they're unbeaten in the last
semis.
Yeah, so they done the semis, got to the final /1 African Cup of Nations, and they're number 6 in the world. So you can't be the dark horse.
I remember there was a comment yesterday in the live chat, and I'm trying to remember what the 4 lineups was, but it was all about what the most likely route to the quarterfinals were. And I think the 4 sets of quarterfinals were France versus Morocco, England versus Brazil, Argentina versus Portugal, and I cannot remember the other one. Let me see if I can find it. But it was like the matchup was absolutely crazy.
No, Germany.
I would love England versus Brazil, and
I think it was Germany versus. Who was it? I think it was like Germany versus Netherlands or something. I think was the other one.
What, Germany versus Netherlands?
It was something along those lines as the quarterfinals. But like it was like a mad set of like quarterfinals. And on for Rocket Rank then. Obviously, we would have spoken about who your 3 top favourites to win the thing. A lot of people said Spain are going to be one of the favourites, France, blah, 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 blah. But having watched, obviously, 2 sets of games now into the final set of games for the I'm really flagging here, aren't I? For the group stage, what is now your top 3 favourites, teams-wise, to go through and actually win this competition? Has it changed? Because, for example, I was sat there going, I have no idea if Messi's any good anymore. Turns out he's still one of the best players in the world. So I'm like, fair enough, Argentina. But also, I've not been that impressed with Argentina outside of Messi.
Yeah.
I think they haven't been.
Off the other day.
He came off against Algeria and they looked pretty poor. So for example, I would back Portugal to beat Argentina if the 2 went head-to-head. Because Messi and Ronaldo out the equation, the other 10 players on the pitch, Portugal are superior. No, but I mean in the way of like Messi can score as many goals as he likes, but I think it would be easier for Portugal to reply than it would be for Argentina to break down Portugal, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, on balance, Portugal are better.
Yeah.
Especially when if you were to like talk, but basically, I still think France. I think France.
Yeah, I'm still.
I think France and Brazil. I think France and Brazil are really. I'm really loving Brazil.
See,
not just because I've got them this week.
Even Brazil's my team, yeah. But I'm not gonna lie, because I came in with negativity coming into the tournament because I was like, I don't really think. I was like, why are we bringing Neymar? I don't.
You impressed with Vinny though? You like Vinny?
because I don't know if it was on this show I said it or it might have been on the Brazil versus Morocco stream. I was like, I need Vinicius to turn his club performance into international performance because he wasn't scoring at club level. He's scoring, he's doing assists, he's doing all that.
Everything.
But international and especially at a major tournament, he hasn't turned out. In this tournament, he's already scored more goals than he has in however long for Brazil. And I'm like, Vinny, this is the Vinny I need. Come out and do the Brazilian thing. I can't have you dancing in the bloody iPod adverts or whatever, in the iPhone adverts, and you can't be dancing on the pitch.
Yeah,
That's what I need. Score goals, do your little dance. Yeah, I need you lot to show out. Cunha, he's not getting off the surfboard. Yeah, he's...
I think Cunha's looked very, very good up front for Brazil. Even the Rog, the Brazilian man who came on for the watch along for the Brazil-Scotland game, was like, Cunha's been mint.
But Neymar needs to play.
It's just great to hear it.
If Neymar needs to play, then
I thought Neymar, by the way, looked he created 3 chances when he came on. When he came on the bench,
made an impact.
Scotland were pants anyway.
Use him like that. Don't now start doing the thing that right. He's fit now, so let's make sure he starts and because I don't think he's got
Neymar Junior is an impact sub. Mental.
Yeah.
What do you think the Scottish?
I don't think he's got a full 90 minutes.
Does the criticism?
Yeah, bro, they've been dreadful.
Terrible.
What do you
Sorry,
expect? What do you expect?
No, because so my thing with Scotland is I think Scotland came to the World Cup with too much of a plan. They came with a plan of being like, this is the style. They came with a plan and a style of play. And obviously you do have plans when you go and all that, you know, you think, okay, this is how we want to play. This is our starting 11, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like to a certain extent, having been someone who supports like a non-big nation in these tournaments, Wales, when we went to these tournaments, kind of just went, we're just going to play, like, to simplify it, Chris Coleman was kind of just like, we had a superstar player, we had a couple, like, fantastic players. Scotland don't have like, Scott McTominay or John McGinn aren't as good as Gareth Bale in 2016, for example. But regardless, Scotland were like, we're going to pass out the back, we're going to be doing this in the midfield, we're going to have these overlapping and underlapping, Steve Clark, and I'm like, what are you doing, bro? No, what you should do is what they finally did in the 3rd game. It took them 2.5 games to realise, why don't we just absolutely whack it to McTominay and see what happens. That's what you should be doing as a nation like this. Okay. That's what you should be doing. You shouldn't be having all these They tried to play too much football and it backfired horribly and they look dreadful. That's why they've been so poor. And I think they've been a massive letdown to their fans. Who, by the way, have been absolute nothing. All my friends are out there in the US at the moment.
They must be enjoying it.
They're like, the Scots are the greatest set of people on planet Earth.
They must be enjoying it.
It's unfortunate that their team is so terrible.
No, but talk about the top 3 teams. Spain. I think Spain are
You still think Spain?
I had Spain.
I think Spain are above France. So I think Spain, France, and the last one's between probably Germany and Argentina.
I'm going France, Spain, Brazil.
Brazil, yeah.
Yeah, just because France.
I think Brazil.
I
I think Brazil is so good.
Spain, I think.
What is it? Is it the best midfield or is it the best attack that wins you tournaments? Is it the best midfield? Or is it the most fire attack that wins the tournaments?
It's kind of the overall best front 6. Like I don't think you can split midfield and attack like that because you can have a goal-scoring midfielder who, like Spain, won a World Cup without a striker. They just had Iniesta as a false 9. That was just a good midfield.
That was the good days.
That's what arguably
good
one
old
of the
days.
best teams.
But I'm actually so just before we wrap up, we've got a couple seconds left. Score predictions for Norway, France. I think 3-2 France.
Or Norway playing their strongest team or they're doing rotation?
Yeah, no, they want to finish top of the group. I think 3-2 France.
2-2.
2-2 a draw,
Yeah.
which would mean that France top the group, by the way.
I'm going Norway win.
Norway win?
Norway win.
We saying like a 4-1?
No, maybe tight.
Can't say a 1-0,
tight
bro.
affair. Tight affair.
3-2.
Tight affair.
Well, should be very, very interesting. And obviously, we're here to cover the World Cup every single day on DR Sports. Live at 5 is 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. But we have the World Cup, the football roundup show every single day, 12:30. I'll be back on it with Ella and a few others tomorrow and also on Sunday to react to all the games, look ahead to the England games, react to the England games, and any other news that comes out in the world of football. But FJ and Josh, it's been a pleasure as always. Hope you guys have enjoyed yourself. Hope you guys enjoy your Friday, enjoy the football. We'll be here for, not me personally, but DR Sports doing a watch along for Norway versus France. Make sure you check it out as soon as we go live. Subscribe, turn notifications on, follow me on Instagram below because I've actually put the right Instagram in the description now because it wasn't the right one before. Apart from that, thank you guys for watching. Cheers.
Tottenham Have won a game, Flex.
I
It's
can't
unbelievable,
believe it.
isn't
I
it?
can't believe it.
So
Jed
good.
Spence is posting penitentiary pictures once
Mario
again.
clean sheet as well.
Solanke with a hat
Where's
trick.
that?
What a day. Join Rocket Mobile and get exclusive access to monthly Q&As and reward drops straight from the DR Sports crew. This one is for the real fans.